Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Tech Flash, and the device that I'm going to be unboxing today is a very exciting one. Well, most of the phones that I unbox on this channel are somewhat exciting, but this one is actually brought to you by Xiaomi, and the phone that I have is from the Mix series. Now, if you don't know about the Mix series, these are very unique high-end phones, and to better define what they are, these are kind of like designer phones, and this one actually was designed by someone called Philippe Stark. I hope that I'm saying that right, and it actually even won awards for product design. Now the phone in hand is the Mi Mix 4, which is the latest and the most recent device, and by the looks of it, even the box looks fancier than what we would usually see from Xiaomi. On the back, we can see some of the specs, and the variant that I have with me comes with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. Now, one of the things that surprised me about the phone was the cost. This is not a cheap device, considering that Xiaomi usually makes very budget-friendly phones. It came to me as a surprise when I found out that this phone cost around $1,100, and just by the price, you're able to tell that if Xiaomi is pricing a phone at that cost, you know you're going to be getting something premium. Once we open the box, we see this booklet which has some Chinese on it, and frankly, I can't tell you what it says, but I can tell you that this phone is limited to China only. So if you're wondering when this phone would come out, it won't unless you're in China. Also, before we could use this device, we actually had to flash it and reinstall some of the software, because as many of you know, Google is not a thing in China, and so you won't really get the Play Store out of the box. So we actually had to go and flash the ROM and reinstall some of the things there. Digging deeper, we get to see the individually labeled boxes, which tells you what's in them. Normally, we don't see this with regular peasant phones. The first thing here is the power adapter, which also tells you the wattage. So in this case, I am happy to report that we have a 120 watt fast charger power brick, which is actually a USB-A adapter rather than USB-C. The cable, on the other hand, is a USB-A to USB-C type. So the phone itself charges through a USB-C port with this very thick and premium feeling cable, because it is going to be charging at 120 watts, so that is something that is expected. A fun fact about the charging on this phone is that it will fully charge your phone from 0% to 100% in just 15 minutes. Also, the battery installed on the Mix 4 has a capacity of 4,500 milliamperes. Now, taking the wrapper off the phone, and we can immediately see this very good looking gloss black and mirror finish, which looks amazing. And part of the reason why we get such a high quality finish is that the back and most of the frame of the Mix 4 is made up of ceramic. So if I go ahead and take this charger cable and try and scratch it, nothing will actually happen. It won't leave any scratch marks or anything. On the back, we also get a very interesting camera setup. The main camera consists of 108 megapixels, which is a huge sensor. We also have a 13 megapixel periscope camera and an 8 megapixel ultra wide alongside a dual LED flash. On the top of the phone, we have a couple of things, including our speaker grill, noise cancelling microphone, and an IR blaster. We can also see the Harman Kardon branding, which tells you that the speakers on this phone are also high quality. On the bottom, we get our USB-C port, our other speaker grill, and also the SIM tray, which I'm trying to open, but I really can't find the SIM pin. We'll open the final box, which contains the phone case. Okay, so I was able to find the SIM ejector pin, and we'll go ahead and open the SIM slot. And we do have the option of 2 SIMs, but this is not an expandable SIM tray, which means that we can't put in an extra memory card, which is kind of expected from top-end premium devices such as this one. Now, looking at the phone itself, and the first thing we see is the bezel-less AMOLED display, which has an in-display fingerprint sensor. The display is a bit curved, but it doesn't have a very heavy curve. It's there just enough that you can tell that it is a curved display, which is purely for aesthetic purposes and really doesn't contribute when it comes to functionality. Also, as you can see, we still have a lot of software which is in Chinese. We did go ahead and flash the ROM so we could have access to the Play Store, but you won't really be able to get rid of everything unless you reinstall a completely new software. While we're on the topic of displays, did anyone notice anything odd? No? I'll give you a few seconds to guess. Okay, if you didn't realize, you can't see a front camera on this phone. There is no notch, no pinhole camera, nothing. That is probably what makes this phone very unique, and that is an under-display camera. An under-display camera is not something new, but Xiaomi has finally introduced this technology to its phone, and the Mix 4 is the first Xiaomi device to ever come out with an under-display camera, and this is probably hands down the best under-display camera that I have ever seen. Normally, under-display cameras sort of camouflage where they match the color of the display to the surroundings, but on the Mix 4 it is 100% hidden. You cannot see where the front camera is unless you tilt it on the side, and you then get a small hint of where it is. Even the Galaxy Z Fold 3 didn't do such a good job, and you could see the pixelated area where the under-display camera was located. Another fun fact here is that the front camera has a 20 megapixel sensor to it, so even here you're getting a very high quality sensor without any compromise on the quality, and comparing to the Z Fold 3 that only had a 4 megapixel camera. As far as the specs are concerned, we have the 12 gig variant with us, although it does come with an 8 gig variant as well. For the processor, we have the Snapdragon 888 Plus. So again, we are getting the latest chip available out there, and all of this combined together makes one hell of a powerful phone. So it's not only looks for the Mix 4, there's a lot of performance underneath as well. And that is it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys actually think of the price. Did the cost surprise you, considering that this is a Xiaomi phone? Do you guys think it's worth $1,000, or would you rather get something like an iPhone or a Galaxy Z Fold? Let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see something else on this channel, also feel free to let me know, and I'll try to make that possible. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.